After a moderate start to Dennis Archer's road to glory, we are back for week 3. And we are playing an FCS team, so hopefully we don't mess it up. That's right, if you haven't watched episode 1, we got Dennis Archer here. He committed to Northwestern. Very interesting choice, the quarterback. He's a bit of an improviser himself. But yeah, first thing to do in week 3 after we started 1-1 is to practice. Which the minigame I chose was Pass Skeleton, which really didn't go great. It's kind of tough, and I only got bronze. Next up was our weekly agenda, which I did a little bit of everything, obviously mainly XP, but also got to keep the health up and the academics. But here we go, jumping right into the FCS game against the Midwest Coyotes. And here we are back in Illinois as we got the all-purple jerseys, the little, I think, Northwestern written on the side of the helmets. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, our defense does give up a touchdown immediately to the FCS team, so that's not great, but we do get a first down on the first play. We then make some moderate gains all the way through the red zone until Cam Porter gets us up to the 1 before he smashes it in for the touchdown to tie it. Next drive, we are lucky for 2 reasons, as number 1, our defense didn't give up a touchdown, and number 2, because they gave us the ball at the 43-yard line. But we aren't able to make anything of it, as it is simply just 3 and out, as I throw a good pass, but it gets broken up pretty quickly. And on the next drive, we have it 1st and 10 after I scramble for a little bit, and Cam Porter, he fumbles and gives it right back to the FCS team. But our defense makes quick work of them and gets us the ball back with 3:30 left in the second, where after some not so great plays, we are in a 3rd and 12 situation where I have to scramble out, and I couldn't make it in. It's 4th and 2, and we have to give it up. But luckily, we are playing an FCS team, so we get better field position after we punt it. But because we are Northwestern, it's 3 and out, and we have to kick a field goal. And honestly, a potentially cool play. I almost was able to catch my own pass. But with time winding down, we can't do anything with the ball, and the FCS team scores a touchdown, so now we are losing going into halftime, 17-10. But at least coming out of halftime, I'll make some big plays. Cam Porter makes some big plays. But we are then once again left with a 3rd and 12 situation on the FCS's 16, where I have to scramble out. I probably didn't really have to. And I take a hit and can't go to the end zone, even though the lane was so wide open. Got tackled from behind, which only leads to a field goal, and the defense giving us a golden opportunity to take the lead. But who could have guessed it? 3 and out. This time, 3rd and 14, where I throw a pass, but because we are playing an FCS team, they don't get any points. We then proceed to go on a pretty long drive that enters the 4th quarter. We're on 3rd and goal from the 3. I scramble up, but once again, you get tackled from behind, so I can't get the touchdown. But luckily, our coach lets us go for it to take the lead, which was just a nice little easy handoff to Hammond. I don't really know his name, don't know this team very well. Listen, I just got here, okay? I don't know what I'm doing. But we do take the lead. And then, with our defense holding on just enough, I know it's so hard to play an FCS team. Dear Lord. Yeah, we hold on, and for the rest of the 4th quarter, we just kind of run it out. You know, we have to punt once, but, like, we run it out. And there it is. Big dub, big time, big game. We win against an FCS team, 20-17. I don't know how many times I said FCS, but I'm really just trying to get into your mind. When I was playing this game, it was frustrating for no reason, but I mean, I don't care because this game is awesome. At least I do level up afterwards, but my health isn't looking too great because of the hits that I was taking. But at least now I know about NIL deals. Thanks, Carmine Bastone, the defensive tackle. He talks to me about NIL deals, which I don't care because this is a video game. I don't actually get money, and I'm sure if we actually did get money, everyone just go with the NIL path, but yeah, no, I just don't care. And then I did get a text from the academic advisor telling me that I have a pretty big test coming up in my economics class, and I should probably study for it if I want to keep a good GPA. And I was like, I'll just study a little bit. I'm not here to play school, I'm here to play football. But now in week 4, we got a big matchup against the Washington Huskies, who last week were just ranked, but I'm guessing they lost to Washington State, an unranked team. So yeah, this is the skill level of a ranked team. I mean, obviously they went pretty far last year with like Michael Penix and Roma Dunze. So this is a pretty good team. But I mean, in College Football 25, we're only 2 overalls less than them. But I mean, this game is crazy. Anything can happen. and they are also 2-1. But first, I do have to do my upgrades, which I don't do because I do want to hang on to some of my skill points just to upgrade later, because, you know, I want to get more things and don't want to do all the small things, so I'll hold on to those. But I do have my weekly agenda, where I obviously focus on health and XP. Not a lot of school, not a lot of leadership. As I said, I do want to probably leave Northwestern at some point. So, yeah, I don't really need a lot of leadership right now. But it's now time for practice, where I do easily one of my favorite and most exploitable minigames, option attack. Where, I mean, at the college level, if you have someone that's just moderately fast, you can run around the whole defense. And our defense is just ass. So, yeah, I can pretty much take it whenever I want. Pretty much all the time, and it's good. And even then, I can go out there and block for my running back. Yeah, it's pretty easy, so I do end up getting gold. Listen, I do try to mix up the mini games, you know, get better, but because I don't really do the option in the game a lot, because I don't want to fumble or get hurt. So yeah, it's just an easy gold. But swiftly moving into the Washington game, pretty big. It's in Seattle. Easily the biggest game I've obviously played in so far. They got the dog running out there. Big husky boy. So handsome. Now with the brand new Stadium Pulse, we ran the living crap out of the ball for the first drive for a while. Until eventually, obviously, it stopped working, and we had to get to a 3rd and 10, where I would throw a perfect pass to the corner and just get the first down. So yeah, a lot of this first few drives, we're really just figuring out the Stadium Pulse and just making sure that it doesn't affect us too much, and just being able to build as much momentum as we can on the road. As there was definitely a lot of running on the first drive, but towards the end, we started to implement a few more passes until on a 3rd and 2 at the 5. Just a nice, easy little drag route over the middle. Caught it, brought it right in for the touchdown to take a lead after taking up a good chunk of time. Fantastic start. Now, obviously, our defense would give up a touchdown, but on the next drive, we just kept trying to run, and obviously, Coach loves his jet sweeps, so we ended with that, and yeah, it was just to the wrong side. Didn't work out. Jet sweeps just don't work a lot. They really don't. So, 4th and 1, we kind of had to punt. The next drive, the defense would allow only a field goal this time. Pretty good. And now, under 2 minutes left in the second quarter, it would be 3rd and 12, and yeah, we couldn't really do much. Just trying to get into the passing, but yeah, it's pretty tough against a good team in their home stadium. But the good thing is that I'm guessing the defense got some sort of like a pick or a fumble, as we got it back pretty much immediately in about the same spot, but yeah, pretty much same result. This time, an actual 3 and out. So, yeah, just more punting. But at least our defense would hold the Huskies for the last minute of the half to no points. We would then start out the second half with a big drive that would get us all the way into the red zone with just a lot of mixture of runs, but definitely getting used to passing, until eventually I handed it off to Cam Porter from the 11, and he would take it in on a very wide open lane for the touchdown to take the lead back. But, of course, our defense would right away give up the lead, once again making it 17-14 in the Huskies' favor. And for the next drive, we started with about halfway left in the 3rd, and we would just be consistent, just all around great drive to get into the red zone, chewing up a lot of clock all the way into the 4th quarter, which would result in us getting all the way up to the 4, and me once again throwing a nice little drag wide open for the touchdown to take the lead right on back with not a lot of time left in the 4th. Our defense, however, would give up points, but only a field goal, so now it is tied 20-20 with 3:51 left. And after really just quite the boring drive of whittling down time, because we had confidence that we were going to make it all the way there, it didn't end too well, as after a lot of running, you know, a sack here and there, we would be left with a 3rd and 10 with a minute 56 left on the Huskies 32, which we would run right up the middle, and predictably that wouldn't exactly go anywhere. So for 4th and 7, we would kick it, and surprisingly, our kicker made it. I don't know how that happened. It was fairly far out for college, but I mean, hell yeah, we actually took the lead back with about a minute 40 left, and our defense would actually make a stop and get us the ball back with not a lot of time. They still had all their timeouts, so we would keep on running it, but obviously they knew exactly what we were going to do. and they just kept preventing us. I couldn't obviously audible or anything like that. All of the suggestions were just run, run, run. So yeah, we ended up with a 3rd and 16. I mean, they had just fully figured us out. And yeah, we couldn't get a lot up to 4th and 12. It was a great opportunity to close this game out, but we just couldn't do it, as the Huskies would then take the lead back 27-23. Just an opportunity blown, but we still have one more with 46 seconds left. But at about midfield, I would step up in the pocket and try to get it across the middle, but unfortunately it was picked off, as I would pretty much seal it, as they would bring it all the way back to the 6. So yeah, they would score again 35-23, and we couldn't do anything about that. And the scoreline may show that they beat us fairly decently, but this is a super close game. Was not expecting it at all. I was super proud of how well we did fighting this hard against the Huskies. And I'm not going to be too mad. Obviously, I did throw the game sealing pick, and coach obviously could have probably sealed it with not as many run plays towards the end. But it is what it is, and we ended up losing to a pretty good team. Closely. But then after the game, I would get another text from Karen Jones. She's just acting like my mom at this point, like, did you see your test grade? You got a C. It might hurt your GPA a little bit. Sorry, love you, Mom. But, yeah, it's still midterms important, GPA important, as I am the starting quarterback, so I don't really want to lose that, so do get a bit of a decrease in my GPA, but at least we got a bye week to get that up. But that's where I'm going to leave you off here. Thank you all so much for watching. Bit of a shorter video, but I do promise that by the end of each year, and probably by the end of this whole career, I'm going to compile it all together, so look out for that when it happens. But yeah, please keep watching. Go watch episode 1. Hasn't done great. I switched the thumbnail because I was lazy as hell the first time I put it out. Actually put out a good one. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that, and let me know what you think about this series so far. Thank you all so much for watching. See you.